Stephen, you always, at the end of the first quarter, take your seat, and you watch the second unit kind of come in and open the second quarter. What did you see from those guys tonight in terms of what they did to kind of change the game a little bit on you?
Defensively, they got stops, so they were able to push the tempo. And they're not usually known to, run up and down, but I think they got enough stops where they could control the pace of the game, and really wear on San Antonio, make them, have to defend in transition, and also even in the half court they executed pretty well. So we needed that boost, and they got us back in the game, and we were able to not look back from there. So they did their job.
Steve always credits the players for a talented roster for whatever he accomplishes, but 250 wins in 302 games, and he also credited Luke for some of those. But what does that mean and say about the way he's embraced this coaching thing?
Obviously, he made the right decision at the beginning. He was coveted coming out of the booth, and when he first got here, really took his time implementing the system and the perspective around how we were going to win and make that next step to a championship winning team as opposed to a playoff team that we had been a couple of years before. So it's been an amazing 3.5 years, and hopefully more to come. And just thinking about, like you said, that record with the core that we've had, and adding KD and the guys that we have on this team now, it's a lot about him setting the identity and the culture around our team, and just being a great people guy. Probably a better term for that, but he just knows how to relate to each and every one of us players and his coaching staff, and promoting that ultimate trust throughout the organization.
Steph, you guys were having a pretty tough stretch there for 10 days, 2 weeks or so, with the second half of the Dallas game and then 3 quarters you played tonight. You feel like you guys are getting your groove back a little bit?
Yeah, we want to finish out this last stretch before the All-Star game strong, and obviously hit a road bump with that little 3-game stretch where losing Utah and lose in Denver, but just trying to find a little bit of mojo, a little bit of a positive vibe, and I think we've upped our intensity and our focus and our just attention to detail on both ends of the floor. And obviously, it's not always going to be pretty. I think we played decent in the first quarter tonight, but they just made some tough shots and came out with a pretty strong punch. But that's what great teams do. They're San Antonio team of years past. So you gotta just stick with the program. Over 48 minutes, we figured it out. Excuse me.
You came up limping. I think it was late first quarter and
I'm
stayed
fine.
in.
I'm fine.
You good?
Yeah.
All good. What was it?
My ankle, but I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steph, is it surprising that David West does what he does with the level of consistency that he does it night after night?
No, because he approaches every day with a passion and an energy and professionalism. I think his reputation everywhere he's gone in this league, it's just everybody talks about how much he cares about everything that happens in the locker room, in the weight room, practice, and in games. And he brings that that intensity every night. So I think he has a little bit more juice when he plays his former teams and likes that competition, that battle. But anybody that has had the career journey he has and brings that effort every day and pushes himself is the reason he's still doing what he's doing and helping us every single night.
Steph, Clay made a huge dunk in the transition. Do you feel surprised?
No, I've seen him. I've thrown a couple alley-oops to him. I've seen him do that before. I think he actually might have dunked on KD back in the day. I'm gonna throw that little wedge out there, but I think it was nice to see him, just have that aggressiveness in transition, and then from there, he opened the game up making shots and kind of got the building going crazy. The bench went nuts, and that's always fun to see.